welcome back to the Ki&Jaybook'D podcast. I am your host, Jay, along with my co-host, Key. And today we are doing the second edition of Would You Rather Bookish edition. She is going to come up. She has some great questions that she's going to share with us today. But first, let me say happy Juneteenth Day.
Happy Juneteenth,
recording this on Juneteenth. This is our second episode of this type of series.
Yep.
We're recording on our day, a day for us, a day that others have paved the way for us to have this day in celebration. So, we have to give our credences and kudos to, those who paved the way for us, who suffered, so we can be able to do what we do today.
Absolutely. Yep. Seconding what Jay says, this is a day specifically for the African Americans here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, this is a day for us to celebrate us, our accomplishments, our achievements, our beauty, how regal we are as a people. Like, this is a day of all days. And I couldn't be happier to be recording second episode of Would You Rather with my delightful co-host, Jay. So let's get into it.
Wait, first off, if you mind saying what you did to celebrate Juneteenth yesterday.
I went to a party. I went to it's called a Juneteenth party, and a lot of people did it yesterday when they got off of work, because a lot of people still work today and they actually get holiday pay, which I found amazing because my previous place of employment did not offer holiday pay, even though this is a national holiday. So it was just a get together. They did Black History trivia, which I'm gonna be honest, I need to study up on my Black History trivia. We sang the African American or the Black national anthem. That was really fun. And just hang out with my people. It's nothing like feeling like coming home when I'm surrounded by people who look like me, and it's all love and celebration of us. So I had a great time.
Okay. I wasn't trying to be in your business.
No,
I just know, you stepped out, for a little while. I ain't do anything. I stayed in the house, not really staying in the house today, but got to head out to a Boys to Men concert with the missus tonight. So I guess that'll be our way
to say goodbye.
I didn't even know they sing that song. I don't. Only Boys to Men song I know is that End of the Road. Is that them? End of the Road.
Although we've come,
I don't even
to the end of the road. I'm not gonna keep going.
It's all good. They peep the vocals. Ain't it only 3 of them anyway?
Yeah, I think it's only 3 of them.
Like, I'm going. Bruh.
Is it just them, or are they the headliners? Gonna be other people there?
No clue.
You gonna have a good time though.
Don't have no clue.
You're gonna have a really good time.
I'm excited to spend some time with the missus, man.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
That means she got to come with me to a Drake show because she know Drake is my favorite artist.
He's on tour again. He doesn't have any concerts in the U.S.
Yeah, we don't deserve him.
We don't deserve him.
After the year that they put my boy through. They don't deserve him. I hope he never go back to Cali again.
Don't say that. I can't afford to go all the way to Canada for a concert.
I hope he never go back to Cali. I hope he don't even sell his CD in Cali. Like, I wish he could ban them from actually getting his songs. Like,
he's on tour again and none in the U.S. When I heard he was on tour, I was like, let me go ahead and get my tickets. If y'all don't know, Drake is my man. I went to his concert in Las Vegas last year, 2 years ago. I don't know. I paid $700 for the ticket. I would have paid more, but I had to fly, pay for the hotel, all that other stuff. So when I heard he had a concert, I was like, I got a little bit of extra money. I'm about to spend $1,200 on the tickets. And then they were like, yeah, none of them is in the U.S. I said, say what? Say what?
Oh my God.
Like,
yeah, he going overseas.
The flight. Yeah.
That's right. We don't deserve him. We don't deserve him. Remember, he not like.
Not we, y'all.
Yeah, y'all.
I've always
y'all said he wasn't
I've never said he lost.
Y'all.
I've liked him since the days he was in the wheelchair on the grass.
Of course.
Okay?
Of course.
It's Drizzy. It's Aubrey Drake Graham. Like, that is just.
That's my favorite artist of.
That's
my GOAT. That's my GOAT. I won't say he's my favorite artist of all time, but he's my GOAT. I'm from New York, so I go with Biggie and Jay.
Absolutely.
So, but he's my GOAT. Like, he's my GOAT.
There's no debating it. You see, I've never met another diehard Drake fan. I'm telling you.
100%.
I've loved him for so long. Like, I've listened to everything.
I defend him to the end.
Defend him to the end.
And I'm going to continue to defend him.
I was fighting for my life during that last rap battle because nobody would listen to me. You're biased. I'm like, I'm really not biased. This is from an unbiased standpoint. He is the best.
He's like,
he didn't drop an album since the beef. Kendrick is still playing the same songs over and over at his concert.
He's gonna play that song for the rest of his life because that's the only song that's going. That's the song that got him where he got to. But now he can't use the boy for his influence, for his likeness no more because you did it. If some people say you won, that's cool. I'll sit in the delirious section and say my boy won.
I think
You
the
know what I'm
same.
saying? So,
Yep.
and everybody around me knows where I stand at. You
No,
know what I'm
they do. Like
saying?
I
They
don't
know.
even play. Don't even play Kendrick in my car. I like
Exactly. I don't
don't
even I could be
don't.
honest, I haven't listened to this whole song in full yet. Like I heard bits and pieces from what people play, but I don't have and I'm going to be completely honest, right hand to everything I love. I have no Kendrick Lamar downloaded in my Spotify playlist.
See,
And they keep on trying to reference
I like Kendrick Lamar. I didn't have anything against Kendrick Lamar until him and Drake started beefing, and then I felt some kind of way. Even before Drake, there are some songs that Kendrick has that like hold a special place in my heart. I just feel like, I'm gonna enjoy all music, but Drake won the beef, and
I
he's,
draw the
in
line.
my opinion, he's better than Kendrick. I like J. Cole, but Drake is over J. Cole in my head to me. And then you look at how versatile he is. He has music for
Facts.
everything. Someone asked a question. They said, if you could listen to one artist and one artist only for
It's
the rest of
only
your life,
Drake.
why would I not choose Drake? He has
It's
sad
only
music,
Drake.
happy music, dance music. He
Mm-hmm.
makes music with all kinds of different people, all types of different cultures. Like he has a music for every mood. And then he
It's
keeps
only
coming
one.
out with more
It's
stuff. So
only
I'm
one.
just like Drake. It's Drake
It's
all
only
day,
one.
every
It
day,
ain't even
all day,
close.
every
It's
day.
only
All we
one.
do is win, win, win. Yes, my man,
Yeah,
Drake.
it's
All he does
only
is win.
understood, man. But let's get into your
Let's
what
get into
would
it.
yeah, because
What
this is
would
the
you
Bookish
rather book edition? Yes.
exactly. So
Yes.
go ahead with your first question.
All right.
I'm ready.
The first question is, would you rather read by the fireplace or read by the beach? With a special caveat, if you don't like either of those two places, tell us where you would prefer to read.
You know what's crazy? I would prefer both, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I haven't tried both yet.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be going to the beach 4th of July, even though,
Nice, nice.
we just going to the beach. I'll just say that. I don't want to ruffle no feathers. We going to the beach for the 4th of July, and that's going to
Mm-hmm.
be my first time actually reading on the
The
beach. So I
beach.
will definitely keep y'all updated within, what's that, the next 2.5
2 weeks.
weeks?
Yep.
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 So I would love to read by on the beach, by the beach. And I think I would like to read at the fireplace. It seems like a good, cozy spot to kind of sit down, mellow.
Yeah.
Now, are we talking wintertime? You know what I'm saying? Do I got a blanket? Do I have a nice couch?
Oh yeah, you set
How
the
the
whole
book talkers
mood.
do? Oh
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Oh
yes.
yeah.
All
Oh
the
yeah.
things.
Then,
All the things.
give me now I don't need no marshmallows. I need what? Maybe some pistachios or something. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Some pistachios
Oh
and
yeah.
a nice glass of water. And I think I'll be
A glass
straight.
of
But
water.
I wanna
I,
I don't
that's
drink,
not the
so
W word I thought you was gonna say. I was like a water.
oh nah. I don't drink. So yeah, I gotta have a cold glass of water
Yes,
next to
I
me.
get it.
And
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind trying both. So
Yep.
I would do both. What about you?
I think that I would rather read at the beach. Particularly, I want to
Hmm.
read Emily Henry's book called Beach Read at the Beach. That's like on my life list. The name of the book is Beach Read. I want to read it at the beach. I was just talking to my best friend. He lives in Chicago, actually, and he went to the
Okay.
beach. And that's one thing he said, it would have been perfect if he had a book. And just the sounds of the waves and sitting there on the beach, your feet are buried in the sand. Like I could just imagine like just how beautiful that would.
Right.
And when I'm at home, like when I read by myself, the
Hmm.
background noise that I turn on is always beach or ocean music. And so
Mm.
now I would love to be able to experience it in real life. I don't choose fireplace because thinking about reading at the fireplace, cozy blanket, a cup
Right.
of coffee, a glass of wine, that makes me sleepy. That's not going to make me want to keep reading. It's so cozy that I'm going to want to go to sleep. So I'm going to have to go with the beach. I want to read on the beach. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's crazy. I just started listening to lo-fi music, that lo-fi
They have so
background
many
music.
different moods too. Like they
Yeah,
got low
man.
key
And
chill, hip hop,
that's what I'm
rap. Yep.
yeah, the hip hop one is what I've been and chill is what I've been listening
Yep.
to a lot while I've been reading. I gotta get me I want to get the Kindle holder, the over the bed
Yes,
one
little thing.
with
And then
the
you can put
and
the
I
book
need the
in it.
clicker. And
Yep.
I need the clicker so I
That's
can
what I
just
want. So
lay
it can be
back.
hands free.
Yeah, so I
Yes.
can lay back and just
Yes.
click while I'm reading. Just looking up,
Yes.
click while I'm reading, click while I'm
Yes.
reading.
Because that's the thing with the Kindle. Yeah, you kind of have to like prop it up or sit
Hold
it, and
it.
then you have to like press
Yeah,
the
I don't
thing.
want to do
Yeah.
that. I just want to
You
lean
want to just
back
click,
and click.
click. Yes.
Click click next
Yep.
page. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So I definitely want to look into that. But that's fire though. I like the background music that you said that. So yeah, that's one of
Yeah,
my
I
things
always got
right
the
now.
ocean waves. If it's too quiet, I can't read. I gotta have a little something to, set the mood, get me nice
Right.
and calm, and then I'll crack open my book and just dive into another world. Okay? Okay. Okay.
I got you. I got you. What's question number
All
two in the
right.
what would you Bookish edition?
The next question is, would you rather read a book where your favorite character dies, or would you rather read a book with a cliffhanger? Mm,
Okay, let me think about
right,
all the
right.
books I read when my favorite character dies. I'm not gonna
I'm like,
spoil
I
the
don't want to spoil
crave
the.
because I know you still want to get to I know you want to get through when you, and we got to make sure we get through that
Yes,
series too.
yes.
But because cliffhangers, Rebecca Yarros did that in Fourth Wing with the whole Brennan.
Yep.
And we had
He
to wait
did
a
it at the
year.
end of Onyx Storm as well.
Yeah, but
Yep.
the Onyx Storm one didn't hit as much as Brennan.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
because for the whole time we thought he was
He was
dead.
dead. Yep.
And it wasn't like Mira saw him, Violet saw him. So we had this like, oh, what is Mira gonna say?
Exactly.
And or what I'm going to go with cliffhangers. Because
Yep.
cliffhangers are gonna draw me back to the book. And I feel like if my favorite character dies, I might not want to go on. And actually that did happen. It happened with the video game Last of Us. And then
Yeah.
everybody know Last of Us.
The one. Yeah, they
Yeah,
turned
and
it into
then
a TV show. I've been seeing clips of it. Yep.
they turned it into a TV show, and for those who don't know, because I'm gonna spoil it, Joel dies in the second game very early, and I stopped playing after that. Like once he died, I paid $75 for that game, and I stopped playing that right after he died.
I mean, I heard that they were doing the ratings of the TV show, and
hmm
after he died in the TV show, like the ratings completely dropped. Like
Yeah,
nobody was watching it after that, and
but that was
so
I knew that was coming though,
but that I mean, the
because I
people who
played the game, so I
yeah,
was like, yeah,
exactly.
people gonna be
If you
mad,
play the
and
video game, and like you said in the video game, he dies very, very early on. Of course, they drew it out a bit for the TV show, but that was going to happen, and
eventually, that's why I
then
didn't watch
nobody
the
watched
show.
it. Yeah.
That's why I never watched the show. I mean, I think I watched like 3 episodes, and I was like, I can't relive this deal again. So I just stopped. So for me, I would go with the cliffhanger over my favorite character dying.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I read it's a book, it's called Wish You Were Here by Renee Carlino.
hmm
And my favorite character in the book, something happened to them. And I won't spoil it, of course, but because y'all don't know who my favorite character in the book is. But it was absolutely devastating. It really was. I remember reading The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros, same thing.
hmm
Don't read that book if you're not prepared to just be absolutely devastated. But one of my
Right.
favorite characters dies in that book. And it was just, it was like, we talked about this, Jay. Reading is so personal for me that the characters
hmm
in the book start to feel like friends and family. I'm so
hmm
connected to them. And the
Yep.
devastation that I feel when one of my beloved characters dies, like the author dared kill off my favorite character.
No.
There was, speaking of Fourth Wing, again, we don't want to spoil everything for y'all, but there was a moment in Fourth Wing when one of my favorite characters, I thought that they were going to die. And of course, Brennan was there, so that didn't happen. But that was another time when
Man.
my heart
hmm
pounded out of my chest. So I'm gonna have to go with Jay. And exactly like you said, if it ends on a cliffhanger, the only reason why it would make me absolutely furious is if the next book is not out yet, so I can't immediately go and follow up
Right.
with it. But I
Right.
would rather it end on a cliffhanger and me know maybe there's hope for the characters, or maybe okay, I gotta wait to the second one. I'm so excited to read it than to have my beloved character die because that's just
Yeah.
sad.
That
That's
one is tough.
sad.
That one is super tough.
It's tough. It's tough.
So we agree. So we agree on that one. That's
We
good.
agree.
What
Yep.
is
Let's
the
see.
next question?
Next question is, would you rather have a signed edition of a book or the first edition of a book?
See, this one is the one that I was struggling with when we first talked about the questions that we was going to ask, because first editions versus signed copies, which one would make me the most money, or which one I would be able
Jay,
to
I was
sell
literally thinking that. That's
at the
literally where my
highest
mind was
bidder.
at. Which one costs the most?
So something would have to happen to the author for. So
The signed
I'm gonna
copy
give you
too.
my answer in a minute, but I'm leaning towards having the first edition because I feel like J.K. Rowling's right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't want to get into controversy, but let's just say for somebody like a Harry Potter book, right? Her stock plummeted because of her most recent comments, right?
Exactly.
So her autograph might not be as worth as much, but
Mm-hmm.
the
If
book
something
in
happened to her.
itself
Yeah.
the book itself, her first edition, the first Harry Potter book, you know, might be worth more than her signature unless something
It
happened.
happened to her.
And I'm gonna
Yep,
be honest, authors live a long time.
they
Like
do.
they live a very
They,
long time. I don't know
they
what it
do.
is about authors, but they don't
Because
they
they're
don't be passing
smart.
on. They
They're
be
smart.
out here writing books at
Mhm.
88. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? So
yes,
it's like, how long do I want to hold on to this
yes,
signed autograph? You know what I'm
yes.
saying? Then she come out with a popular series, another popular series, and like another 10 years. And now the Harry Potter one is not the most dominant. No, no, no.
Exactly.
I'll take the first edition of the book and get as much money as I can for the book. And that's my answer. I'm going with first edition over a signed
So
copy.
Jay is concerned about the money, and I
My
will admit
pockets.
that was my first thought. I was like, I wonder which one costs more. But I do have a few signed copies. One of which was the newest V.E. Schwab book. I forget what it's called, but that's a signed copy. But every copy you buy is a signed copy. I loved having signed copies of authors' books, but only if I have actually got to see the author. So I think that's my
Right.
caveat. I would prefer to have a signed copy if the author signed it with my name, like to Kiera, because that means something important to me. Like
To you.
author actually signed the book. And to be honest, you know, first editions are nice, but I think about how they, like, if it's a really popular book, they're going to redo it anyway. You know how many
Right.
versions of Twilight is out there that they keep redoing and redoing, and they're going to charge you $125 for each new version of it. You know what I mean? So really,
Right.
what I mean, it's valuable if it's a first edition, but I guess to me, I keep all my books unless it's a book that I hate. So I want to have more signed copies so I can say, look, I met this author. They signed it with my name on it. And then no one's going to want it, because why would you want a book that says to Kiera, my favorite reader ever? You know what I mean? Exactly.
Understood.
Yep.
Understood. Understood.
Yep.
So you going with the signed copy because it's
I'm
more
going
personal
with the
to you?
signed copy because I'm a little bit more sentimental. Although I feel like if I was down on my luck, and something happened to the author, which I'm not wishing that by any means, but say something happened, everybody was wanting to get their hands on a signed
Mm-hmm.
copy, I would probably sell it. I would sell it. I would sell
You
it.
got to
You know, but I would
stimulate
have
your
to be like,
pockets.
have to be like real, like I really like I don't got no money. I didn't give me something to eat. You know what I mean? It would have to be a dire
You got
situation
to
for
be
me to
down and out
sell
on
it.
that one.
But I feel like, yeah, if I needed to, I would. It would just be very, very difficult for me to part with my beloved book. So
Well, understood, man. These were some great questions. And you know,
absolutely.
these are kind of like eye openers and brain twisters because you never think about these type of deals until
Somebody
we
asks you the
talk about it
question.
and
Yes.
somebody asks you. So
Yep.
this is your baby and this is fun. I ain't
I
gonna
like
lie.
it. And
I
then
like
hopefully
having
this
fun
is
with this.
I like getting to know Jay through these books because of course we're friends on TikTok. We've been doing this podcast together, but it just draws all these answers out.
Hmm.
Like I never knew that he worried more about money than sentimentality. Like
Oh
that's
yeah.
just
Oh yeah. It's all about stimulating my pockets so I can go see Drake in Paris or,
yes.
France or wherever he
Yep.
gonna be,
You right.
England.
You
You
right.
know what
You
I'm
know what
saying? Like
I can't
I
even
want to
say
go see the
nothing.
boy overseas. So
Yes.
for
Yes.
me,
I
that's
want to
all
go
it's
see him
about.
in Canada. That's what's on my list. But it just, that stuff is expensive. The world is in political turmoil right now. I don't want to go
I don't want to
somewhere
fly nowhere.
and they gonna tell me I can't get in or I can't get back because I'm
Oh,
gonna go
you can't
crazy.
leave.
You know what I mean? Like then I'm be like, now what? I came over here to see Drake for what? I'm
Right.
stuck. I can't get back home. I lost my job. Like I'm sitting tight for now.
For real. For real. But let me ask you this question before we get off, right?
Absolutely.
What books are you looking forward to this year?
Oh my gosh. So number one book I'm looking forward to is Boom 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 Boom
Now tell
Boom.
me what you gonna do.
Yes, Bones at the Crossroad by Ladarian Williams. I am so excited for this book. It
Mm-hmm.
comes out next month, July 29th. I am actually rereading Blood at the Root right now, right this
Right.
second, because I need to re-emerge myself back into the world
Right.
of Cayman University before I read the second book. And I'm absolutely falling right back in love with it, just like I did the first time. Malik, Alexis, I love their relationship, how they knew each other from the time that they were young. I love that the magic is set in like this comes from our ancestors, and it
Mm-hmm.
seems appropriate to talk about the book today on Juneteenth. But yes,
Exactly. This is why I brought that up. I wanted to make sure I gave Ladarian Williams a special shout out over here
absolutely.
at the Ki&Jaybook'D podcast. He is a talented author. He's a talented playwright,
Yep.
and his story his story in Blood at the Root is amazing. It
It's
is
amazing.
definitely a book worth reading if you're a African American teenager, or even
Absolutely.
an African American male. It's for the African American culture,
It's for us.
period.
Yes,
It's
for our
for
culture,
us,
period.
by
And
us,
Malik
written.
is about that life. That's the main thing I love about this book. I feel like so many people will relate to him and how he thinks
Yeah.
because he's not like this goody two shoes character. Like he has magic, but he's
Hmm.
really with the shits. Like, and I just
He
feel like
is.
I would love the way that he talks, the way that he thinks. Like he's such a protector. I feel like if you're a black boy out there and you're the oldest or you're in charge of
Hmm.
taking care of your family, you would love this book. I mean, the way Malik completely takes care of Tay was amazing to see. I love the black boy joy, the black boy love that we see in this book. You
Yep.
know, I feel like in our communities, it's frowned upon when black men show love towards each other as if there's something wrong with
Exactly.
that, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. We need to get rid of that narrative. And I
Hmm.
feel like read this book. It's gonna make you feel more
Please.
comfortable loving on your brothers, you know, because we're
Please.
all family.
Please.
Like it just the book is amazing. I really love fantasy. It's a genre that I got into here recently. And
Uh-huh.
something that I seen was a lot of fantasy books. We talked about this, Jay. The
Hmm.
women have small titties, and none of the people in the book are black. You know, they're not black. They're ambiguously brown, you know, with no
Right, right,
heritage.
right.
So they can say, well, he's black, you know, but it's not. This is a book set in magic for us. It just, I was blown away. So I'm sorry, that's a long answer to a
You
simple
good.
question.
You good.
But
You
that
good.
is the book that I am most looking forward to because it comes out next month, and I'm currently back in the world of Cayman University, and I'm just loving it. So
Right. That's the only book I'm looking forward to. I
yes,
ain't even gonna lie to you.
I was hoping you had another one. I don't
Nah.
have nothing else on my radar.
I
I
ain't
don't
got
got
nothing
nothing else.
else.
Nothing
July
else.
29th, I'm locked. July 29th, I'm locked in. I don't
Yep.
have anything else planned. I don't want to talk to. Leave me alone.
Leave
Like
me
I'm
alone.
not
Don't even
even
talk to
going
me
to
in the month
work.
of July if it's
I'm
not
not
about
going
that
to.
book.
I got in those 4 days, I got 3 things that I need to do. I need
Yep.
to get my notes ready for the pod because
Mm-hmm.
we gotta come back and
We
talk
doing a
about
deep,
this
deep
book.
dive.
It's
Absolutely.
gonna go.
Yes.
I think
It's
this is
going
probably
crazy.
gonna be the most intrusive I've been with a book ever
Absolutely.
during a review. Like I
Tuck it
think I'm
in
gonna
there.
go back.
In
I'm going back to like
it.
every page I'm gonna
Yes.
have to reread twice.
Yes.
I want to know because first of all, you know what? That's something that because we're gonna be
We
here.
got
We're
it.
gonna be
We
here
got it
too long.
coming. We got it coming.
We
Don't y'all
gonna be
worry.
here.
Yeah, we gonna be here all day.
We're gonna do a post Bones at the Crossroads
Yes.
episode where we
Yes.
make our predictions about what we feel is gonna happen at Bones at the Crossroads. Nobody
Yep.
knows. I
Nobody
know
knew.
Ladarion got a copy because he keep on posting it
He
on the
keeps on posting on his lives and
teasing
showing it
everybody.
off.
You know what I'm
And I'm
saying?
sad because it's a paperback. I'm like,
I'm
I want
pretty
the
sure.
paperback. He did say on one of his lives that the paperback isn't coming out until next year. That don't pay me no never mind. I like paperbacks, but I will have the book any condition that it comes. Okay,
Right,
hardback,
right,
paperback,
right, right,
Kindle,
right,
ebook, it don't matter. I'm
right.
getting it. And he said it's going to be in Barnes and Noble. You know what? I'm gonna actually call my local Barnes and Noble and be like, I hope y'all doing a midnight release. Like,
Ooh, he
where
deserves it.
he
He
deserves it.
deserves
We
the
will
midnight
not
release
see a
for
repeat
sure.
of Legendborn
For
where none
sure.
of the big booksellers had them on display. This book needs to be talked about. It's oh my gosh, it's just amazing. I can't say enough good
I
things about
can't
it.
wait. I
I
can't
can't
wait.
wait.
And
I
we're gonna
can't
have
wait.
that predictions episode. And
Yes.
I want to tie that whole episode into us going through Blood at the Root and
Yep.
then making our predictions
Yep.
for Bones
Bones
at
at
the
the
Crossroads.
crossroads.
That's gonna
Yep.
be a very long episode. So people
It's
gonna have to tune in.
okay.
That might be like
It's
a 2 hour.
okay. It's
I might
okay.
have to
I'm
split
ready.
that one up. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying?
It's okay. We're deep diving. We're literally gonna be discussing everything.
Dissect
Theories,
everything.
predictions, what characters we
Everything.
hate, which ones we love, which ones we want to see die, which
Cause
we'll talk about that later.
Danye pissed me off in that last book. I ain't gonna say ain't gonna say nothing. Ain't gonna say nothing too much. I ain't gonna give it all.
We got a full episode
We
coming.
got a full episode coming, man.
Yes,
But nonetheless, man, we thank y'all for tuning in, man. She's
absolutely.
that
Thank
reader.
you.
I'm just a speaker. Peace. Until next time.
Bye.